Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placements. Let's get into it. So the first card you have, Leo, is number 11. This is a master number in itself. If you look, and it says originality. If you look on the left-hand corner, there is the light of Mercury, the planet Mercury. And on the right side, there's the light of the sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius is 11th house energy of networking, of inventions, of eccentricity. And the symbol for Aquarius collective is the water bearer, right? And if you see in the traditional picture, there is this lady that's pouring, into the collective wisdom, right? So this is an energy. If you look at the picture, there is like a scientist out here. There is some machine that the scientist has, of course, invented or is inventing. And that's the energy of originality. Something you have a spark right now, Leos, that is different from the regular things that you do. I feel that you're thinking outside the box. You might be working on projects that require you to think outside the box. And I feel that whatever you are discovering, I feel you're even surprising your own self. But the thing is that don't brush off that spark, that quirky idea that you have, right? Because that's what's going to be unique. So you do have some idea right now, whether it's related to work, a project, or your own individual project, something that can, that will make you stand out, something which is very different from, it's not the mundane, it's very different. It's ahead of your time. It's a different perspective. It's a new way of doing something, it's a unique idea. You might be having a unique idea. And while, of course, there's Mercury in Aquarius energy is very eccentric, right? We stand out, they innovate. All of those machines, the airplanes, the light bulb, even they were all like weird concepts, right? Before they actually became the reality in the world. Those were like weird concepts. People used to laugh at them, even for that matter, Uber, right? When, if you read the book, about how Uber and all these they came about, the industries, even for that matter Airbnb, right? So people were laughing at these ideas like, how can you have strangers in your house and how can you ride cars with strangers? But then see, they've joined to full-blown industries. So it's that kind of an energy out here for you, Leos. It further says here, my originality is a gift to the world. I balance uniqueness with connection. Shine by daring to be unique. Lead with your creativity, but remember, originality has its greatest impact when it connects with the collective. So you do have some kind of a bold idea, something which is creative, something which has not been seen or done before. You might be inventing something, you might be into research, but it's a very different idea. The only thing here is that if you are different in your ideas, in the way you think, you might not be able to connect with people around you. Or people might feel hesitant to approach you. So I do feel that maybe your ideas are different, but don't be so different that people cannot associate with you. So whatever you're working on, whatever your ideas are, make sure that you're able to communicate in simple terms to people. Make sure that you're accessible to pitch those ideas, to build on those ideas. I also feel that, this is a very Mark Zuckerberg energy, because something was controversial. The social media, the Facebook that he was working on, it was actually a controversial idea when he was in college. And that's the kind of energy that I see here with Mercury and Aquarius. It's something which is different, something which could be kind of a rebellious idea or a rebellious vision, ahead of the time. Like nobody can vision that, right? Robotaxis and things like that. So you might be in that energy of like trying to shape the new reality, trying to create the new reality, maybe you're inventing something, maybe you're trying to make some kind of practice the new normal, and people are unable to associate with that idea. Yeah, very, very future forward energy. So I do feel that some of you could actually be, this could be in any creative arts or performance arts. You might be doing something which is very, very different, So just be careful that to not stand out in a way that people don't understand what you're doing. It could be something really radical. So the next card you have, Leo, is number 6, and it says the mentor. And look at this, there are lanterns behind that this owl has left and is flying away. So he has lived the fire and is now moving away. Owl in itself is a very wise wisdom energy. It further says here, my light grows brighter when I help others find their light. And it further says, my power is not just to shine, but to help others shine. So absolutely, I feel that, Leos, at this point in time, Leo, your 5th house energy, you're the leading energy, you are the fixed fire sign. So there is a lot of lighting up energy out here with this card, where you're the torch bearer that is helping other people, in service of the community, in service, maybe you're mentoring younger generation or the youth. Maybe you're guiding them, and you're using your experience, you're using your experience to help others grow. Some of you could be teachers in colleges and professors, but this is like a leadership or a mentorship that is, for the community. I would say it's like, it's an energy where you're leading by example, you're leading by uplifting and lighting up other people. It's like, it's not like the whip, it sounds like manager boss kind of, even though it could be, a boss could be very inspiring, and inspiring leaders actually create a lot of they inspire a lot of teams that they help mentor. So some of you might actually be bosses that are mentoring newcomers or new hires. There's also an energy of teaching of life skills. It's like cooking, baking, cleaning, washing, that kind of an energy that's coming through. So you might be teaching life skills to people, to younger generations, maybe in your family. But I was reading a book, I can't remember the name of the book, but in that, in that I read that there is a guru-disciple relationship, right? And that's this kind of energy, the guru-disciple relationship, where the guru doesn't really give the answers, but instead will help the disciple to seek their own answers, to seek their own truth. It's like you're asking some questions to the people that you're mentoring, and when they give those answers, those are aha moments for them. They realize something about themselves. They realize which path they want to go on, what they want to do, or something like that. It's like encouraging people to go forward, to do things. And I've heard so many stories where mentors, they really advise, like, if you even listen to some motivational speakers, they will say, like, don't give up, no matter how many days, months it takes, even if you fail once, twice, bounce back and keep going at it. If your heart is in it, just keep going at it, right? Don't give up if you see initial failures. And that's a very important advice, and people get motivated by that. So it's that kind of an energy where you're sharing behind the scenes information with the people. You are passing down that wisdom, that knowledge, that process to other people, to the younger generation. It's like you might have been, if, for example, if you're in the media, maybe you're a director, you're behind, you create things behind the scenes, you're a dialogue writer. Now you want to impart that training of how to direct movies to the audience, to the next generation. It's that kind of an energy where you are providing service. It's a service-oriented leadership. It's not a dominating or a dominating leadership, like you do this, what I tell you to. It's not that kind of an energy. There's a lot of big brother, big sister programs that are existing today. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about it, but these are movements that are inspired by this mentor energy. These are initiatives that are connecting people with gurus and disciples, right? And people are able to pass on the knowledge, share knowledge, information, pass on opportunities, guide people with opportunities and things like that. So some of you might actually be teachers or professors in college as well. Some of you might actually be working on the spiritual belief systems or to some kind of a practice, or your personal development, you're using some kind of a book for personal development, or you might be the one who's getting mentored. Even though I feel that, this is like you learn and then you pass down the knowledge. So you're the one who's getting mentored and then you pass on the information as the mentor. This could be something like that as well. Now, this could be even in the gym. You could be the trainer or some kind of a fitness coach or things like that. But it's about helping people in their experiences. It's like if somebody comes and says something to you or share something with you in which they're lost or they feel alone, you share an experience that uplifts them. It's that kind of a mentorship where, what you share becomes a guiding light, becomes the mantra or the motto that people take to. So I do feel that you are helping other people, whether in their own personal journeys as careers or in their crafts. But there is an energy where you're teaching, mentoring the younger generation, sharing what you know, and whatever you're saying, your words are very inspirational at this point in time, Leos. The next card you hold, Leo, is number 20. And it says judgment. And if you see here, there is an angel which is blowing the trumpet with a cross sign on it. This is this is the sound of your true calling. This is a sound of redemption, right? Where it feels like you are reborn. It feels like a newer version of you or a more freer version of you. The judgment energy is not about what people are going to say about you or think about you. It's that something which is a higher calling for you, maybe a new career path that you want to step into. We already saw that the mentor energy come through for you, Leos. So that might be your calling. So I feel that you are doing things now, or maybe taking leadership roles that feel meaningful to you, that feel that align with your current path. It's like the judgment energy played out after pandemic when everybody were evaluating what they want in their life for themselves. That's the kind of judgment energy that played out in 2 to 3 years back. So yeah, there are moments which are turning points, and this is one of them. Because those moments when we realize, we discover about ourselves, our likes, dislikes, and what's meaningful, what's not, then we, set foot on the most authentic path or journey of our lives. So that this could be like something big that's happening. Maybe it's some big life changes that you're making. Um, it could be that maybe you're getting visions or flashes or your inner calling. Maybe when you meditate or when you walk in nature. For some of you, this is our time to rethink things. It's the Seven of Pentacles energy where we see what's working, what's not, and what we want to carry with us forward, what we don't want to carry, whether it's people, places, things, situations. So you might be doing the analysis like, what is it that you want to take with you forward? Now, some of you could be actually playing the trumpets as a music band. This could be one of the creative outlets for you. So, or maybe it's not the trumpet, maybe it's the flutes, or maybe you're actually leading in a band. But announcement also comes through this with this trumpet. So you might be an announcer working in the media, or you might be on the public forum speaking out. But doing something which has more meaning to your life, that adds more meaning to your life. It's that something that it's a soul higher calling for you. Could be in there's some kind of spiritual practice as well. But this could be, sorry about that noise, Leos. Right, so coming back to judgments, right? So I feel that you might be a little bit hesitant in the past about a certain project or a career path or some decision. And I feel that you are probably fearful of what people would say of their judgment. Maybe something of that kind has been holding you back. But I feel that now that's going away. It's a rebirth time for you. It's a redemption time to reclaim whatever you want to do, where you want to be, who you want to be. It's like also about, this is a renewal, a rebirth energy, where things, that were unclear now are getting more clear. This could be that, with people around you in your social circles, in your office, in your, in your family, personal life, whatever this is, this could be that there were some kind of old beliefs or misunderstandings and things that are now getting cleared. And that's why there is more clarity and, there is a revival energy out here in regards to social connections of people in general. The trumpet over here, the sound that this trumpet is making over here, this reminds me of the shofar. Let me know what you think about that. It reminds me of the shofar. But this is more like, this could also be like the collective Leos that are, awakening to some truths. Or this is also about second chances. This is, letting go of old things, decluttering your space, your heart space, your mind space, your home space. It's a letting go energy. Things that were holding us back, we want to let that go. We want to release that. Whether it's constraints, whether it's our belief system, whether it's people, society, community, whatever was holding us back, it doesn't serve us because it's holding us back. So that has got to go. And that's probably what's transforming for you, Leos. Some of you could be actually advocates, Now, advocates doesn't have to be in just law kind of way, but you could be advocates for, some support groups or you might be championing some causes, just because it associates or you can relate to it because you want to relate with that, you want to support that cause. So you could be associating yourself with some cause as well because you're called to it, you're pulled to it. Some kind of a change, a transformation. Trumpets, it stands for transformation, something that is now you're headed in a different way, a way of life that's more aligned with your thoughts. Sometimes when we feel lost or kind of, hit rock bottom, those moments, they actually they actually become turning points in our lives. Um, so it's that kind of a moment. Like you might have felt a little lost before due to something, a personal situation, a professional situation. It could be anything. It'll be different for each one of you. For some of you, this could be like, if you have any meditation practices, you might have, you're got a call or a vision or an inner call towards something, a pull towards something that could potentially lead to some big changes. Something that you feel more aligned with, something that you feel is fair and square, something that you feel is more purposeful. And the last card for today you have is look for the answer inside your question. Be honest with yourself. You know the truth. Further, it says, my truth liberates me and lights my path. Yeah, and just being honest with yourself is going to clear the way for what's real and what's non-real. So Leos, those were your messages. These being your real messages will play out differently in your lives. Let me know in the comments how these play out in your lives or in the environment around you. And hope you enjoyed your messages. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.